Yeah. Good evening, guys. Good evening, one and all. So basically, here is Sagar. So he's our one of our alumni. He's one of our student of Seekho Bigdata. So when it comes to Sagar, guys, Sagar started its journey as a Hadoop administrator. So his interest moved him to join to learn big data much more in depth actually. So he reached out to me basically. So in that way, our journey has started. So he's joined as a student to Seekho Big Data. So when he joined initially phase, so he when he joined actually he was aware of only administrator kind of activities. So some basic Linux commands and administrator activities, whatever it might be, respect. So then he learned he learned big data somewhere. So few of the terminology, few of the things he learned basically. So after that, his interest, he has an interest to learn the things much more in depth, much more. Like initially struggled a lot. Then he joined with me. Even after joining with me, so at some point of time, basically what happened, he was so he thought that like let's try to get any whatever the company it might. So he joined some company. He worked for 6 months there, but he never left. He never gave up that interest. Whatever the interest he had to get into big data, he never give up. So after that, finally he achieved, and literally he took three offers. Initially he cracked Barclays, which is one of the top bank. I hope everyone know that Barclays. So after that, he joined. He got selected in another company. Then finally he joined Catalyst Partners, which is a remote company basically, and it is providing him 20 LPA rate, 20 LPA fixed. So I will request everyone to join your hands and welcome Sagar and congratulate Sagar, guys. And today's agenda will be, guys, today's agenda will be very simple. So I will be asking few questions to Sagar, not only today. So every alumni sessions agenda will be same. So I will be asking few questions to Sagar. Then after it's your turn. So some 10 questions I will be asking. Then after you can ask whatever the questions you have. Right? Thanks, guys. Congratulations, Sagar. Thanks. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Karthik. Like, thanks for the invite here. And it is for me really honorable here to talk to with other peoples and all these things. Yeah, actually, I never accept I get the that much of level offer, but yeah, after that hard work and your guidance, after that we can achieve this offer. And also we have getting to the lots of calls for that counter offers and also joining bonus also right now. Right now till I have received on the daily basis at least 10 to 15 calls for that interview, and they will offering me joining bonus and counter offer also. So yeah, thank you so much for that big data, Seekho Big Data. It's really helpful, and it is the turning point in my life. Like it's a changing the game. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you so
yeah, thank
much.
you. So my first question for you is Sagar. So could
Yeah.
you tell me what are the strategies or what are the plans or what how you started your journey and what made you to come here till this point more specifically, and what is the interview strategy, like how you used to prepare more specific?
Yeah. So when I started my journey, that I have only work on that administrator role. So that Hadoop admin is that role was we can managing the all the cluster level activities. We can monitoring the cluster level activities and all the tools. Basically monitoring administrator level that role. So after that I when I searching that, and when I research that, then I have know that about the big data and data engineering role. So when we that very well, after that we can meet the LinkedIn, and I was just asking you what is the big data and how we can do that when you have job working on that Citibank. So I have started my journey on that. So when I joined the Seekho Big Data Institute, so I was just prepare the all things and just focus on your videos. just because of your practical video class, like live video class. It is really helpful. And when I like improve the interest on that area, then I will like more go to the deeply on that Seekho big data videos and assignments, and do the regularly. And after that 6 month, I will like get that level of confidence to like I have get to the ready for the interview preparation. Also, one of most important point, like your Naukri session, Naukri optimization technique is very helpful. You know that on the daily basis, I have received at least like 20 to 25 calls. And you know that my profile was search appearance is approximately 20,000 plus. So that really helpful for me, Naukri profile optimizations, as according to you. And after that, when when I have the prepare for the interview, so your interview preparation batch also like it is very effective, just because of you can like discuss on the main topic, like that interview topic, and each and every topic in detail. So nothing else like coming into the interview from that videos. So that was videos also like helpful for me. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. And one more question from my end is
Yeah,
like, so you have attended many interviews, right?
yeah,
You attended many interviews. So you haven't get depressed anytime because you might be failing, you might be again coming up,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you
yeah.
might be failing multiple times. You never get depressed. So how you manage those things actually?
Yeah, see, once we can have set our goals now, we have like facing lots of up and downs. So when we have decided, no, actually I'm going to the that way and I will achieve that things. So we can like feel sometimes. See, once we have the fail like struggling with the some questions in the interview, I will like after that interview, I will like also so many times discuss with you, and I will also like search after that interview, and search that questions, and how to we can like tackle that questions, and how to we can improve our like that questions. And so that strategy I have used, like every after every interview I will improve that questions, and for the next time I will be like cover that question. So that was like really helpful for me. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Good. Good target. So
yeah,
next question for you is like, so how much DSA, data structures and algorithm, they expected when you are going for interview, and how many companies? Let's consider you attended 20 companies. Consider if you're attending in 20 companies, how much DSA they have asked, to what level they have expected the data structures and algorithm from your end.
yeah. See, once we can go with the in the big level company, then they will ask you like a basic level of DSA, not that much going to the on the deep level, but you have on the basic knowledge on that DSA, data structure and algorithms. And it is most important when we sorry for when we go to the big company like Walmart, we can go with the like KPMG. They will ask definitely on that like DSA, and you have the like data structure knowledge on that basic level, not that deep much of level.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
good. So that is fine, Sagar. You have well
yeah,
answered. So
yeah,
my next question would be like, you might have attended multiple companies. So
yeah,
have you felt have you ever felt that, okay, I don't know cloud. I don't know cloud in a
yeah.
great way. So have you felt that, so this company or most of the companies rejected you because you don't know cloud?
No, no, no. This thing was like not happening with me, just because of every company like just check that having the basic knowledge of cloud, not like compulsory with the mandatory on that deep much of level cloud on that things. Nothing much. You can just strong with your core concepts in the data engineering on big data level, like Hive, MapReduce, Spark, especially Sparks. Spark is the most important thing. And when we going to the deep and dive with the Spark and SQL, then they will nothing like asking you any like about the cloud on that deep much level. Just basic, they have check on the basic knowledge, not at all.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine. So one more question. So
Yeah.
you attended multiple interviews. So is there is any chance they have asked you, they focused you, or they rejected you because you don't know Airflow or
Yeah.
you don't know Kafka. So is
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
is any chance like they rejected you?
No, see, they will asking you like if you have any knowledge about the any orchestration tool or like any scheduling tool or like any streaming platform like Kafka for that Spark streaming. See, they will asking you, do you know about it? If you are saying no, then they will not asking you about this, and they will not like reject on that part just because of you don't know about the Kafka and like orchestration tool any. Everyone know that like anyone not like know that the orchestration tool and like streaming, everyone like working on that different tool.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And I hope I'm done with my questions. So I'm handing over this session to the audience. So, audience, you can ask what are the sort of doubts, or what are the questions are there in front of you or in your mind. What you want to ask, you can ask directly, unmuting one by one by raising your hands. I will unmute you, or else even you can text it over the message. I can ask the questions to the Sagar, right? One by one. So take your one by one. Ask your questions, whatever you want to ask. Yeah, Preetham, you can ask. Yeah, Preetham, you can unmute and you can ask.
Hello everyone. Hello Sagar.
Yeah. Hi.
Actually, I wanted to ask you that what makes your confidence stronger at this level? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
what make okay.
So yeah, you can ask your like complete your questions.
Yeah, just my question was that what which thing you made you stronger at this level? I mean, to face interviews or just Karthik sir said that you never get down whenever you rejected in interviews.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, definitely. See, when we have like decided like I will like go to the data engineering and big data developer, and you can giving to the interview, and you have the like new person for that like giving to the interview. You don't know anything. Like they will like what type of they ask the questions for you, and you can scare somewhere. So you don't scared for that interview. If you think about it like yeah, this is the interview, you can just like take the interview with the confidence, and like you can take the experience, like you can receive these some questions like what type of questions you can face, that yeah, you can just take the interview with the confidently. And second thing is confidence. When I do the interview, then after that I will connect with the Karthik, then Karthik definitely like giving to the positive energy, like don't like give up, and like just do it, and you have the guts for that and everything. Like, and Karthik sir videos you must watch, like you can watch the interview preparation videos whole, then I don't think so you need to some like anything for that. Like just go to the interview confidently and just do that. That's it, nothing else required.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Preetham. Next, Shashidhar, you can unmute and speak.
Yeah. Hi, Karthik. Hi, Sagar.
Yeah. Hi.
Sagar, congratulations. And I would like to know, like, whether you have started the career or like just you got the opportunity and waiting for the organization to enter, or you started working it.
Yeah, right now I'm started the working, and I have joined from that like 1st of December. Okay. And after
Okay.
that joining also, I have like received lots of call and counters offers also, just because of you can like uh well optimize your Naukri profile session, and you can uh just prepare with the interview preparation videos. That's it, nothing else.
Okay. So the major my doubt is
Yeah.
like how to handle the actual real time work when you're
Okay.
learning it, like here as a theoretical or like you're doing some what I can say, practical sessions or practicing some demo kind of examples using IntelliJ or something like that. How it is
No, no,
different
no.
from theoretical to the actual real-time work.
Yeah.
So I'd
See,
like to get that part.
yeah, yeah. Once we working on the real time, then you can like when we you can when you started the interview preparation group, then Karthik like sir have the like provide the some questions for that practice. On that you can practice on that coding questions, and see everyone's like performing on that like in the real time work we have performing on the most of the SQL operations. So you can strong your point at that SQL. SQL is a most important for you, like when we using the like Spark and when we using the like data frames, and it is the most important part. So you can focus on that practice questions on that whatever given to the Karthik sir, and you can practice the coding question. Just because of when we starting the real time working, you have very much required for that coding. Okay, they will giving us to the time for that, like for that 15 days 20 days, but you have performed. You if you don't now you don't show any productivity, then they will like that will very dangerous for us. So that is the one thing. You can practice the coding questions, and that coding questions like help you on that real time work. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay. Fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good. Thank you, Shashidhar, and thank you, Sagar.
Yeah,
And next, Shai, you can unmute and ask.
Yeah, hi Sagar.
yeah.
Uh,
Hi.
Actually, I have a question that what was your notice period which you have mentioned in the Naukri?
Actually, I have officially 1 month notice period, so that's why I just see it is not like very much of different like for that notice period. You can mention the 15 days or like see some companies are like getting to the immediate joiner, but every company like follow the status. Every companies know that like every candidates have the like 30 days or 60 days of notice period, and they have served it. So don't worry about it. You can change the notice period and we can get the lots of call. It is not happening the difference that much of level. Okay.
So actually what happens, I have mentioned 30 days,
Hmm.
but I get hardly one or two call in a day.
Okay.
But when the recruiter call me and I say them that officially it's a 90 days,
Mhm.
so then they don't call me. Then they just say we will call you back.
See,
That is the actually.
yeah, every company is not doing that same thing. Just one few or few companies like having the like immediate joiner. That's why they will say you. Otherwise, other company is not rejecting on that point.
I
Like
think
with that one.
whatever I have faced, I think 90% of the company they are not looking for above 30 days notice period.
I
We
don't
will
think
answer
so.
for 1 minute. Sorry for interruption. So I will try to answer this.
Yeah, yeah.
So Shai,
Please.
so basically first this is a December month. So don't expect any calls in December month.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That
very
is
first
most
thing. When whoever it might be respective, who are going for interview and who are going for interview, for all those, this is a December month. Don't expect anything. Already we crossed mid-December. So don't expect any call. That's the very first thing. And second thing is like you are saying that 90 days notice period, right? So there are some companies who will accept your 90 days notice period. Definitely. So you can concentrate particularly on financial industries, particularly financial industries, and some sort little bit sort of other sort of companies as well, but more specifically financial industries. They will accept your 90 days notice period. That's the second point. Third point is third point. See, there are some companies they are ready to give you they are ready to allow you for 90 days as well, but you have to perform in a well manner. They should think that this candidate is a very great candidate. This candidate is a very good candidate. So then they will definitely allow 90 days of delay. And if they are not allowing you 90 days notice period, then my suggestion would be first resign it. So in there, most of the companies, you can resign it, then you can cancel that resignation before 15 days of your last working year, right? You can take that risk. If you are very confident that you will definitely get, so you just observe the market. What you do very firstly, first, even if you are having 90 days notice period, try to do one thing. You try to set your notice period to 1 month and try to go for interviews and just observe. Try to keep 1 month notice period, then try to give 2 month notice period, and then try to observe whether we are getting really calls, whether the market is good or not. You can understand it, right? So you have your fellow mates as well who are going for interview, right? You can understand that. So you can understand that whether market is good or not. So you can apply this technique and you can go for interview, and first few interviews try to understand at what level you are, where you are facing, whether you are able to explain the things in a proper way, whether you are not able to explain the things in a proper way, whether you are whether you are able to express the things in a proper way or not able to express the things in a proper way. Just have these things. So once these things are done, you are confident. When you are confident that yes, now if I go for any interview, now most 90% I can definitely qualify the interview. When you think, then my suggestion would be just put your resignation, go for interview, take this. Nothing works, take your resignation back.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Karthik.
Okay. Next, Deepak, you can unmute and speak. Deepak.
Okay. Hi, Sagar.
Hi.
When we work on real time, that time is there any necessary for Spark? Is there any necessary for Scala and Python programming? When we facing some issue on programming, so what should you do for that situation?
Okay. Yeah. See, once you can stuck somewhere, and like when we going with the go to the like coding level and stuck somewhere, then you have the senior stream, and you can help they will help you on the starting level. But you can it my suggestion, you can go to the on your personal level, and you can go to the search, and you can go to the find the solution, try to find the solution on that things. You cannot dependent on anyone. This is my personal suggestion. And yeah, when you have a newcomer in any company, then definitely senior team will you can help for that.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And I will try to add few points on Sagar's answer.
Yeah.
So see, you are getting into development industry. Remember this, you are getting into development industry, not in an industry where you are working on a drag and drop, or you are working on an Excel sheet. So you are working in a development environment, obviously. So when you are going into development environment and you don't know coding, that is not.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember, you don't know coding, you are getting into development environment. You don't know coding, you don't know how to write palindrome program, you don't know how to write prime number program. You are not able to you are not able to solve simple basic problems. Then fault is at your end. Remember, fault is at your end, right? So you have to practice some good amount of problems from your end, where at least you can tell that yes, I know at least basic programming, because Spark runs, see, Spark coding, if you take Spark coding, so we write Spark coding either in data frames or in Spark SQL. So Spark SQL is also mostly used, and data frames also mostly used. If you just take both of them, you try to understand, both of them works in a SQL fashion. Both of the coding is much more in SQL fashion. So by this you can understand that. So if you understand little bit of some programming language, some basic programming language, do in a great way, and if you understand SQL, then you can happily go into the big data, and you can easily handle big data. Try to understand this. Okay. And then one more question for you, Sagar. And Pratiksha Parilkar is asking, if any candidate's communication is weak, then they will select the candidate or not. So that is what the question is.
Yeah, definitely. See, this question was it is the similar for me, just because of when I starting that enter that industry, then I don't know that much of level of English. I'm very very poor in English right now also, I'm not perfect. But this thing is not affected on your interview, not affected on your performance, and not affected on your job. Okay, if you are have conversational English, then definitely you can go. See, if you have with the good coding knowledge and with the good programming skills, then they don't see your conversation and English. They have only focus on the work. Okay, so that is not affected on your job. on that your English or like weak or poor. Okay.
On top of Sagar's question, I will try to add few more points. See, communication is important, definitely, but communication is, there is no hard and stuff any limit that you should be 100% at communication, right? The communication should be in such a way that what you are explaining, at least the people who are sitting in front of you, or the people who is listening to you, he is able to understand what you are conveying him more than enough. But remember one thing, he is asking something, you are telling something, it shouldn't be like that. If that is the case, then definitely in every interview you will be disqualified.
Yeah, I will just like tell you now, just conversational English, you have enough for that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Muskan, you can unmute and you can ask. Next is Harshita.
Sir, are we still working on Hadoop file system? I mean the actual Apache Hadoop, like are we still working on that, or are we using the third party tools like uh, Azure or Databricks like that?
Yeah. See, every company has like follow the different fashion. Okay. They have the client requirements. If client said you like you have like using the Databricks or like you have using the SDFS, then you have using the like PyCharm. Every has like different. Then if a client are like telling you like they have using the Databricks and this tool, then you can definitely like use on that tool only. Okay. So
Because
every
90% of the Hadoop is what is the cloud system is providing. 90% of the thing is same, right?
yeah 90% thing are the same, just because of just changing the like coding platform, like you can have the like orchestration tool, you have the like changing the coding like Databricks or like coding tools. So you can using any different coding tool, but you have give the same concept and same work on that. Okay. So that much not different on that things.
I will try to add a few points on top of this Sagar's answer. So yeah, bros. Basically, as you know, every company works in a different fashion. There is a financial industry, there is a retail industry, there is a health industry. So every industry has their own importance. You take financial industry. If you take financial industry, financial data is very secure. You need to keep that data very secure. So when you
Yes, sir.
need to keep that data very secure, how I should believe in third party tools. Azure is a third party tool. AWS is a third party tool. Everything
Then
is a third party tool, which we don't have a control. We that will provide a service and we will use that. Whoever it might be, irrespective. Even if you're starting a new company tomorrow, let's consider. So if you want to buy AWS, so you'll pay some penny, some whatever the dollars it might be, and they will provide you the
Mhm.
service. So now when you are storing some data, so whole AWS is not under your control. You to know that. That's the third part,
Yes,
third party service provider. Then if you are going with financial industries, like there are multiple financial industries companies, you know, right? City is there, Barclays
yes.
is there, many such companies, HSBC, KPMG, many. So don't you think that if they're continuously on a daily basis, financial data is flowing. So continuously on a daily basis, financial and data will flow. Definitely, you to know that multiple transactions will happen. Multiple people will go to bank. They will deposit money, or they will withdraw money. So multiple things will happen. So much of data will be generating on a daily basis. So when so much of data is
Yes.
generating on a daily basis, when data is generating on a daily basis, do you think that I should believe in third party tools?
No, sir. When it is considered about on premises, we cannot, of course,
One more
take
thing,
the third
not
party into
only
consideration
no,
during that
not
time.
only on premise. So you should particularly quote it as financial industry specifically, and
Yeah.
particularly those kind of data. If you think that these data should be very secure, then most of the cases we go with on premise. That's the very first condition.
Yeah.
Second is, you said about Hadoop. You are asking about Hadoop. I'm literally telling you, Hadoop ecosystem is still existing, still alive.
Okay, sir.
Hadoop ecosystem has Those are already present in every cloud platform that everyone know that.
Sir, because I
In Hadoop
think
ecosystem, no, just wait. In Hadoop ecosystem, we have something like pig, expired, scoop, expired. Scoop also not totally expired. That is all still
yeah,
being used in financial industries. Might not be used in other industries, but still used in financial industries. Hive, one of the widely used, still it is widely used. In a companies like Walmart, also still Hive is being used. Leave out other companies. Walmart is one of the big company. Everyone know that. Even in Walmart,
yes.
Hive is being used.
Sir, so is it not that 60 to 70% of the architecture that Hadoop file system uses is what they have migrated or they are using in the cloud system? Like in Azure Databricks, I think so they have implemented the Spark architecture itself and they're using that technology itself. So like, is it not that they are using the same technology?
Whatever they implemented Spark, whatever they implemented the Spark, Hive, whatever it meant, irrespective,
Yeah,
they implemented the same. There is no difference. More specifically, here or there, they might have added some new things on top of that. But see,
yeah,
whatever the
that is
Spark you
drag
are
and
using,
drop things.
exactly, whatever the Spark you are using here, the same Spark will be using there. There won't be any difference. The functionality is same, concept is same, everything is same. There might be, according to versions, they might have added some new things, new things on top of that. But overall, the concept remains the same.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Sir, one last question, sir. Sorry.
Ah,
Sir, there is Impala is language, right, in our Hadoop file
yes.
system.
Hmm.
So we work on like SQL or like just sorry for this hazy ones.
Hmm.
Spark SQL is there, Impala is there. How
Hmm.
much of difference?
You are on.
Sorry, how necessary is to learn each of these languages, Spark SQL, and Impala? What is the difference between these three? Are there like
No
any
difference.
relative
There is
difference?
no difference between Spark SQL, particularly. Just the difference is what are the SQL you will run, that is particularly on a monolithic systems. We generally say as OLTP, online transactional processing, right?
Yes,
And if you take Spark, Spark never works in a monolithic fashion. It works in a distributed fashion. So whatever the things you are, what are the SQL you are using in Spark, so
mm,
that Spark SQL as a capability, that Spark SQL as a capability to retrieve your data when your data is present over multiple nodes, multiple partitions. Let's consider take a 4 node cluster. 4 node cluster, 4 partitions are there. 4 partitions data will be there, right? So
yes.
that is data is distributed. So when data is distributed, your Spark SQL has a capability to take the data from 4 different nodes and they can work on that and it will provide the output. Whatever the logic you are written, according to that logic, it will process the data and give you the output.
So by syntax wise, there is no difference in
No
them,
difference at
only
all.
the
Nothing.
implementation wise
Exactly.
difference.
Implementation only
Oh.
difference.
And
Agree?
Impala is any different, sir?
No. There also no difference.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sorry.
That's it. You can
Hi,
unmute and
hi Karthik. Hi Sagar.
yeah.
My
Hi.
doubt is, how is the call flow in January?
How is it?
Sorry.
How is the call flow in January?
Okay. In January, I didn't hear your question.
Job flow.
Uh, no, calls. How is call flows?
He's asking about how much, like whether we will get calls in January or not. She is asking, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. You have like starting from that after that February and see, well, this is the New Year and vacation session. So every company has like, hello,
Tell me, Sagar.
Yeah.
He's stuck.
He
hello.
got stuck. Can you on your video?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah,
for
you
that.
can.
Like
Yeah.
interrupted. Yeah, every company has like like it is December month and January, it's a vacation period, so no one like going to that interview process, and HR also like going to the vacation on that. So everyone like was on their vacation, so they will follow and started or that like mid of January and 1st of February. So they will like started from there.
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay.
Some points on top of it. So there is no hard and stuff rule that definitely
Yeah.
cars will be so market will be open from January. But one thing I can tell you, definitely from January 2024, uh, market will be open and data engineering hiring is going to be too much. Like too much hiring will happen definitely at any cost. And and to be prepared at least for next 15 days, such that the moment the opportunity comes, you can grab it. See, one thing always remember, when you are failing in multiple interviews, whenever, whoever it might be respective, when you are failing in multiple interviews, so you are not judged on, let's consider someone is asking you 10 questions. So when someone is asking you 10 questions, so in that 10 questions, if you are not able to answer two questions or four questions, so keep that four questions apart, let's consider. So let's try to understand, have you answered that six questions at least correctly in a proper way? Because I'll tell you one thing. I taken multiple mock interviews according to my experience. I'll tell you. See, what people will generally do is like they either explain the answer in one liner, they will never give the answer in a proper way. My suggestion for everyone who are going for interview, whoever it might be, open your notepad. Whatever question it might be. Even it is a one line answer question, open your notepad. Try to take simple example and try to explain it. And my suggestion for you is whenever you are going for interview, after the interview, try to note down the questions, what actually he asked, and what actually you have given. What actually you have answered the question. And try to compare whether it is correct or not. Sometimes what happens in some of the interviews, even after giving the wrong answers, even after giving wrong answers, even after giving the wrong answers, you might be uh, getting selected in some of the companies basically, right? So try to analyze yourself. Analyzing yourself is the best way to move towards or pave a path towards success more specifically. So try to analyze yourself until unless you don't accept them. This at this point you are doing mistake, then you will never get selected. Remember. Okay.
Okay. Karthik, career gap effect to get the job. I have the 1 year career gap.
So career, see, there are some companies, they might accept your career gap, but your reason should be proper. Career, see, 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, that is not much a career gap because you are looking for interviews due to market slowdown or some or other reasons. It took some time. That's fine. But like more than 1 year, more than 2 years, then definitely they will ask you, and you have to give a proper reason for
Okay.
it. Right. And
You
there is,
told me. Tell me.
yeah, tell me.
Uh,
So what you want to ask, you can ask, you can call me personal and we can speak out, right?
Okay. I have another question.
Ah.
You told me still Hive is using, right? We have
Yeah.
the Spark and we have many other tools. Why still Hive is using?
Why should not it be? So it's a data warehouse. Its own importance. Spark has its own importance. Whenever you want to deal with, so whenever you are going with small amount of data, small sort of data, so you will definitely go with high. So whenever you think that I need much more optimizations, when you are going with bigger data sets, then definitely go with Spark because it provides you a lot of flexibility, a lot of optimization techniques, right?
Yes, I heard some of the projects are using parallelly Hive and Spark.
Definitely, most of the companies, Hive and Spark is parallelly used because always they already told you, right? Basically, after your destination layer is there, right? When you are storing your data in a destination layer, so there you will store your data more specifically in data warehouse. Why? Because third-party tools like Tableau and Power BI can get connected with table format data only, because it is a smoother way to fetch the data from there. If you store the data in a, if you store your data in a data lake, so it will be complex for them to pick up. So you have to store, and every company stores its final destination data in data warehouses, because Power BI people will take the data from data warehouses, and like they will take data from data warehouses and they will build the dashboards. So we will store our data particularly in table format. Now table format means you have two options, right? Either it might be RDBMS or you might be having data warehouses. We go with data warehouses because data warehouses deal with huge amount of data.
Yeah.
That has the capability to store huge amount of data. Clear?
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Alright. So if you have any sort of doubt, you can ask me personally. Okay, cool. And next, there was a question from Pratiksha. She was asking that Sagar. She was asking that to you
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
does any company allows if someone is not good at English, let's consider. Does any company allow that particular he or she to speak in English or to deliver the answer in Hindi, not in English? Apart from English, is there any possibility? She was asking.
No, actually, see, you cannot like giving to the answer in Hindi at any like point, just because of at least you can have the basic English, like conversation English with the like your like interviewers, so they will like consider you, I think so. If you can talking like with him like English, so they will lock, I think so they will have consider like as a freshers. So that's why we cannot like talking to the Hindi.
There is one more question from Tushar Mohapatra, yeah, Sagar. Tushar Mohapatra, Tushar, you can unmute and speak. That would be fine. Hello, Tushar.
Yeah, Karthik.
Yeah.
So question to Sagar, like, do they ask any scenario-based question in the Spark or SQL? Like, what kind of questions they used to ask? It's a
Yeah,
one-liner, you can like one API you can use and do this kind of things, or you need to use the multiple API and do certain activities.
no, actually, they will asking you like as per your experience, and most of the time they will asking you into the Spark with the SQL and with the Spark data frames. They will asking you like scenario-based questions. They will giving you some scenario like giving some sample data and like asking you like giving to the me some of totals using the Spark and PySpark, or like Spark with Scala. You can using it any, and you can give me the answer. And sometimes also you can asking the like they will asking you date functions also, uh missing the date and give to the answer on that. So they will asking you on the scenario based questions. So it is not like giving to you for that without scenario. And sometimes like they will check your knowledge, like basic coding knowledge, if you really do the code or not. Like they will like asking you like give a write read the data, and that type of questions they will like asking you. So depend on your experience, and also like they will compulsory have the one or two questions on that scenario base.
And do you face any Python or SQL-based those kind of questions? Like,
They will asking you how much comfortable you like Spark with Scala or like PySpark, Python with Spark. They will asking you. If you are like going with the Scala with Spark, then definitely they will asking you in the Scala with Spark. And if you are comfortable with the PySpark, then they will asking you with the PySpark.
okay, Sagar, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I have one question from Preetham actually. Preetham was so before that, before going to Preetham's question, let me answer Pratiksha. Pratiksha, very firstly, I don't know who told you to learn big data as a fresher, but big data is not for fresher. That's the very first thing. I'm letting it tell you.
Yeah.
Because companies are expecting minimum of 2 years. I'm not saying that you should not learn big data. You should not learn big data. Keep your interest alive, but don't learn big data. If you are learned, I don't know from which institute has allowed you to learn big data. I don't know basically. I'm telling you, so you don't find any opportunity for a fresher, particularly. If you are getting, let's consider you are 2022 passed out. You are 2022 passed out. It is just 1 year. So there is no such company which is allowing you or which is giving you an opportunity for big data as a fresher. So that is what our observation is from these many days. So if you find any opportunity as a fresher, that is very fine. So definitely, right? And, and then
Yeah,
one
sir.
question, there is one question, Sagar,
Yeah.
from Pratiksha. She was
Yeah.
asking that if any candidate is fresher and this candidate is first interview, then which type of questions they will ask you?
Nice question.
Mhm.
See, one of that Karthik, one of our student, Shivani, I think she is also like placed in the as a fresher, like 6 LPA. So I heard about it. So you don't think about it like you don't have any experience, then you cannot place. You have just hope. If your luck is very good, then definitely you can also get the place. And that 6 LPA also, like she is getting the 6 LPA in our institute. And first of all, like in the freshers, they will check your SQL knowledge, basic SQL knowledge, okay, in the data engineering, and on that basic sparks, and about the basics of big data and like HDFS tools. Most of the time, like they will focus on that SQL part, on that freshers things, I think so.
Any sort of doubt, Pratiksha, from your end? If you have any sort of doubt, you can unmute and you can speak, not an issue. Okay, that is fine also. Yeah. Yeah, last question, Pritam. Last. So Pritam was asking something. So Pritam was saying that uh, uh, what if we focused only on coding and have proper English communication skills? So Pritam, can you unmute? I didn't understood your question. Could you unmute and could you speak and could you ask the question once again?
Yeah, actually, I was just asking it. My English is too much poor, and what if we focus on coding and Sparks or something on our sorry, I mean our studies.
Repeat your question. I didn't got it.
Yeah, I think so. I get it. He's
Yeah.
asking like us, if he's not like very strong in the English, and what type of which part on that focus on that very much of on that coding, like Spark or like HDFS. I think so. Is it right, Pritam? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
think
my
so.
question is?
Hello.
Actually, I wanted to ask you that what if we focus on our coding and studies, and we are in poor in our communication skills.
I got your question. So he was asking that. So if he's concentrating on coding, so let's consider he has a very good coding knowledge and
Yeah.
he has very good knowledge on all big data tech stack as well,
Okay.
coding as well as big data tech stack. But
Yeah.
he's very weak at or he's very weak at communication skills.
Hmm.
Then they will select him or they will not select him. This is what he's asking. And for that I already told you, Pritam. So your English should be in such a way. Your English should be in such a way that at least whatever you are conveying to whoever it might be, irrespective. So that should be that should they should understand what you are conveying at least. If your English is that good, that is more than.
Yeah. Yeah. One more thing. See, you can have the actually when you have working with the this technology, and you can, I think so.
बट उसके सारे alumni session में घुस जाता हूँ.
I'm
Bros,
observing these things. Okay.
hello, bros. Could you please be on mute?
So I observe these things. See, once you can attend the Karthik sir class, so Karthik sir like talking to like understanding every each and very small thing. Tell the only totally on the English. So you can like take the sessions and you can like attend the classes. You can automatically improve your skills. I think so. I'm observing these things just because of I'm improving ourselves. So that's why I'm just like giving to the this point. And don't worry about it English. See, you have the like that much of level time when you have prepared the interviews and you can learn all that things, so you can automatically like prepare on that things, I think so.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And yeah, rest there is a one question, Sagar.
Yeah.
So there is a question from Karthik. So Karthik was asking that. So he comes from testing background actually. He comes from testing background,
Okay.
and he's working as a ETL tester in LTI company. Client is Citibank. So
Okay.
he's saying that he's having 2.5 years of experience,
Okay.
and if he want to switch into big data, does it impact? Does it impact that he's a ETL tester? So he will not be getting calls. Does it include the interview calls? That is what he's asking. Karthik, you can unmute and you can speak as well. That's fine. You can ask your question as well.
Yeah, hi Karthik. Thanks
Yeah.
for allowing me to talk. I just wanted to ask. Uh, I am into ETL testing. It's not like a complete pure big data project, but it's like finance and trades. We work closely towards Citibank as a T+1 and T+2 projects. It's like a trade data we deal with. So my question is, does it really impact? Are the companies looking only into the previous development experienced candidates, or they are allowing any candidates from different backgrounds? Like how much is the different? For example, I will say that let's say the candidate comes from a development background and a candidate comes from testing and can be other background, either DevOps or production support, anything. If both does well, so what is their call? And that is first question. And second question, how in high level, how much is the difference in getting number of calls? Will they get more calls, or how it is? How actually the industry?
Yes, you can answer.
Yeah. So I will tell you one thing. If you can have the come from the different backgrounds, many people's like in that Karthik sir class have the different background. So they will come here and just that 6 month. You can just that 6 month you can work on yourself. Okay. Karthik sir, it's a only that way you can have the getting that chance to get the opportunity as a big data developer. Okay, you can just work on yourself on that 6 month. It is the enough, and I think so. There have many more peoples. They have doing this course as a big data developer and showing them like 4 years of experience and 3 years of experience total. He's like total years of experience 3 years, and he's like getting to the actually one of our student so week he's getting to the 7 to 8 offers. With that also he's also come from the ETL background and ETL developer, I think so. And he's literally doing the transformation on that 6 month and literally giving to the 7 to 8 offer letters. Okay, and finally he's joining to the Nagaro. So it is not a matter for you what which background you can come here. You can just work on that 6 months and you can just prove yourself. So that is enough for you.
He's not,
Okay, thanks for answering that. Yeah, Karthik, if you have anything, you can also add your points.
yes, Karthik, so from my end would be like concentrate on that big data tech stack, all those stuff. I'm literally telling you, there are some very good product-based companies. So if you can consider, they won't look after what you are, from where you are. And I'm literally telling you, you are already from a ETL background by default. So you understand big data tech stack by default. Like it might be testing, but you are from big data background. Obviously, you want to know that. So my question, my suggestion would be you will get a very smooth transition. So if you learn the things, whatever the things you want to learn from, like what are there are some tech stack when it comes to big data development, right? If you learn those, I don't think so that it makes you hard to get into big data. Transition will be very smooth, but you should be very good and you should be very well prepared, and we should have some good understanding of what are the tech stack is what actually required to get into big data.
Okay. Thanks, Karthik, and thank you. Thank you both. Thanks for your valuable words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pratiksha, I think so. You can go into mute.
Uh,
Yeah, there is one more question. It seems someone is asking. Yeah, Pratiksha, you
yes.
can ask.
Karthik, I have one
Yeah, sure.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any chance to get the version 2 questions in interview?
Version tools in the sense, like what version you are using, that one.
Git. Yeah, Git.
Definitely.
Kind of.
See, when you are working in real time, you don't know Git, that is not good. Because you are a developer.
I'm not getting, Karthik.
Yeah.
I'm not getting. You stuck in internet.
What you are asking, you are
Please,
not able to
internet
answer. You are not able
connection.
to answer. That is what you are asking me. You
Yeah,
are
I
not
think
getting such questions you are asking me.
yeah, she don't know about the gate, so she's asking you like
I told about Git. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I.
you told me.
Yeah.
You told. Yes, I know. But I'm asking in the interview. They will ask the question or not.
That is what I'm saying. They will ask. It is not that every company will be asking you, but definitely they will ask you because there are few yeah.
What kind of questions they will ask them?
They will ask you what versioning tool you are using, whether you are using Git or whether you are using Bitbucket. So sometimes they will ask you, you know how to push, how to pull. So how to push the code, how to pull the code, what versioning tool you are using, where you are storing your code, right? So that might be the questions more specifically. So that might be only the questions that they will ask you. More than that, they won't ask you anything. They will not ask you to open your note, something IntelliJ or something. So move your code onto the GitHub or Bitbucket, right? It should not be the case. Basically, you should understand what Bitbucket is, what GitHub is. So if you have some basic understanding that how to push the code and how to pull the code and how to commit the code, then that's more than enough. That's fine.
What
And
is
there is
this
one
Kanban theory? I think I heard like we can use that to store the coding files in that, right?
basically when you are creating any so let's discuss that in much more detail. So you can call me always. Okay. Okay. So there is one more question, guys. There is one more question. Mangesh, I will answer your question. You can ask. You can connect with me parallelly, right? Okay. Guys. So we have took 1 hour time of Sagar. I hope so. He's also he might be busy, right? So we have crossed our time frame. Thank you, Sagar. And I request everyone to join your hands and congratulate Sagar. And thanks, Sagar, for coming and giving your time for Seekho Bigdata, Seekho Bigdata Institute and Sagar and the team. So thank you. So you lifted our call. You taken 1 hour of your time, and you have given 1 hour of your time to us. So that's really
definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much, like Seekho Big Data team, and thank you so much, Karthik, like for that, like giving.
And last but one question. Could you explain in one word what Seekho Big Data and how Seekho Big Data is different from other sort of institutes, whoever it might be, respective?
Yeah. See, like when you have like getting to the real time and online, like on that live lecture, you can definitely go with the big data, Seekho Big Data. And once you have really interested into the recording sessions and all that stuffs, you can go with the other institute. That's it, nothing else.
And what about Seekho Big Data's one-to-one mentorship? You want to comment anything on that?
No, definitely. It is the most like usable one-to-one mentorship. Like when you have stuck like anywhere, you can just definitely go with the like ping with the Karthik and clear your doubts anytime. So this is the one of the most plus point into the Seekho Big Data. So that is the great and really helpful. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sagar. So I want to speak about our institute for 2 minutes. See, guys.
Yes.
We as an institute very proudly say with a lot of proud can say that. So we always improvise ourselves. We will never go with the same context for the same batch. Same context for the same batch. We improvise on every basis, on every daily basis, every batch to batch. So we concentrate on coding side of big data. I can proudly say. You compare any other institute with our institute, we go with literally in data science only we'll go something around. If you take our big data master program, within interview preparation program only we'll go around 120 to 150 problems. So you can understand in Big Data Master program will easily cross 200 plus programs. So we focus on Git, we focus on how to move the code onto the Git and all those stuff. We try to tell you the things much more towards practical approach, what are the things are being used in real time. And we provide one-to-one mentorship, guys. Not only live classes, we even provide one-to-one mentorship. So where student has a flexibility to connect with me directly. So there is no any mediator here. You have need, you can directly connect with me and you can have it. This is what more specifically about us. And thanks for joining, guys, whoever it might be. So here we are having, we left with short time, so I don't want to mention anyone's name specifically. So thanks everyone for joining this session. And if you have any sort of doubt, you can get connect with us. So you know our website, you know our number, so you can directly get connected. Thanks. Thanks, Brandon. Sure.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Keep smiling.
Thank you, Sagar. Thank you, Karthik.